رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد أستغفر الله ربي من كل ذنب وأتوب إليه الحمد لله رب العالمين. Warm welcome to all of my lovers, followers, subscribers, friends, everybody who is joining me in my live transmission, or the people who are going to watch me later when the video is going to be uploaded on YouTube. Very first of all, I want to uh, say sorry to some of my followers that for a bit time after Eid I wasn't able to be live, unfortunately, due to some of my preoccupations. But today, once again, in front of you guys. So I'm hopeful all of you must be enjoying good health and must be uh, having flourished life. So the four people have joined me. Thanks a lot for joining my live transmission. So please tell me who are with me. Then we should start our program formally. And please tell me about my video and audio. Are these things clear? So I want to know, just please uh, send me your comment that my audio and video is going to be clear to you guys. Please tell me so that we could start a program. What I am hopeful must be, as you guys are aware, that mostly I go for politics and social issues, and it is one of the unfortunate that in a country both of these issues are much more what should I say, have been raised out, and we are facing much more troubles, much more problems, like in these situations, in these two professions, like social issues and political issues, we are having in its peak, which is one of the unfortunate if we are just going to be observing some developed countries. So they might be having some different issues or problems, but surely they people are strong, having political system and social values. What we consider that just subcontinent is dominating in moralities and in social values. It's not the case. It's not like that. I really tell you that it is not a situation. What we consider that this is going on, so I don't consider. So that's why most of the times, we have to talk about our social values. We have to talk about our political systems. We have to talk about our politicians. Uh, is one of the fact. I mean, like this my program, I on politicians. Mostly, I try to focus on the politicians, that what the people are doing. After a bit long time, I've been able to be live in front of you. So much more changes have been uh, occurring during last 2-3 months. Little bit I want to go to the previous events while the government was going to be changed. What happened in our country? That one person who is government is not willing to quit, and other people who want to join, the uh, government. So they are just willing to snatch that. Oh, just within no timings, we must be having this government with us. Just very ridiculous and enjoying situation, I must say. I was just enjoying on that situation, because if I am obviously, I'm forced to leave a place. So I should be going happily, and I consider that this is one of the biggest quality of a politician. But those are the politicians. Those are the leaders who lead the nation. This might be their plus. This might be their positivity. Who are the leaders of some caliber? It is one of the biggest facts. But unfortunately, that sometimes we people are having leadership in the shape of businessmen. I am telling you very openly that sometimes we are having the politicians who are businessmen, business tycoons, I must say, because they people are able to spend money, so they can buy all the things. So just keep one thing in your mind. It's not a bad thing that you people are going to earn a lot. It is a positive thing. It's a plus. But just on the behalf of your strong economy, you are rich, you can spend money. If you are going to be perfect politician in that shape, in your point of view, so just consider it's impossible. This is not the case. It can never be the case. Whatever you do, whatever the money you are going to spend, if you just depending upon money, if you just depending on your richness, so just consider, this is my message to all. This is my message to all globe. In particular, I'm talking to my Pakistani friends that it is impossible that you people are going to spend much more money if you're just depending on your richness, if you're just depending on your power. So you can never ever be leader, because we have the history of the past, the biggest history what we have being Muslims. What is that? That is the Holy Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the first ever, the greatest leader in the history of Muslims, in the history of Islam, because we couldn't get leader, even in all other religions, we could never ever be, humanity could never ever be carrying the leader of that caliber. And what I consider, I'm pretty sure about that, even till the doomsday, we people are unable to find out a leader like Holy Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So just consider, was he a rich person? Was he an owner of mills or factories? Just tell me. Qaid, okay, that is definitely the biggest example we have. So second example we have Qaid Azam. The Qaid, Muhammad Ali Jinnah. Was he the owner of factories? Was he a landlord? So just keep it in your mind. Okay, your subordinates, your companions, your friends who are participating in politics with you guys, it might be possible. It might be possible that some of them might be a businessman, some of might be the landlords. It is possible, but it is not the case. It can never be the case. The person who is leading the party and ultimately who is leading the nation, not just be focusing on the business. I mean, obviously the focus is divided, no? Which is one of the biggest facts. The focus could be divided, and focus is divided. So that's why I consider that a leader should not be a business type. Leader here, please try to understand, I'm talking about the leaders who are leading the parties, who are leading the nation, their subordinates, their companions. It is one of the unfortunate that now everything is going to be materialistic. So for fulfilling the requirements of the materialism, it might be possible. It might be possible that you need money, you need to spend, you need to go for your expenses. It is possible. But point is, if a leader is just been leading a nation and simultaneously is leading one's own business, so I tell you that this is directly reason to divert the intention, which is one of the fact. We need to Focus on these. Why I also want to quote here, like, while Mr. Nawaz Sharif, he was Prime Minister, when he was sacked before about 2017-18 roundabout, I'm not perfectly recalling the things right now. So what he used to say, why I've been ousted, mujhe kyun nikala, okay? Same thing occurred this time, Mr. Imran Khan. He was not willing to leave the situation. He was not willing to leave the government. I don't know that what is the intoxication of this government. The people are joining it and they never want to leave it. Okay, if you people never want to leave it, then you must be having the example of Tayyip Erdogan, the president of Turkey. What he did for its nation, his nation. How he struggled for his nation, that even people are willing, okay, you must be staying in the government till the end of your life. Have you ever thought about it? Have you ever gone to think about this point? Never, which is one of the unfortunate, I tell you. And in this way, like what I've been talking about, this situation, my videos approve of it. Even after passing 76 years of the liberty of this great nation, still we people are facing many more troubles, where the many nations, the many countries, they got liberty just mean very much later than us, and they people are much more flourished. What is the reason behind it? Have you ever thought about it? Have you ever thought about it? I think never. Which is one of the unfortunate. So for God's sake, first of all, we have to go in a line or length in politics if we want to improve it. Otherwise, the same things are going on. Like if we people, and I am focusing on the people, like many of my videos are witnessing this thing, that many times I've been raising this hue and cry that choose an appropriate leader, a person who should be the leader. A business tycoon can never be your leader. A player, cricketer, hockeyer, squasher, any player can never be your leader. But we are not focusing on that. We just consider that person is popular, known to the nation, known to the people. He is popular, so we are standing with him or her. But we are not focusing that how much power of politics, how much competence of politics, how much capability to rectify the problems of the people that guy is having. We are not going towards that. We are just focusing. We are just observing the apparent thing. We are just believing, okay, that person is popular, is a cricketer, is a hockey player, is a squash player, is a footballer. So that one is popular. So we have to be with that person. Oh, what is the reason? Oh, is this a logic? What is the logic? I really don't understand. Is this the logic? That we are just observing a person is popular or any business tycoon is popular. Okay, most of the businessmen are very much popular in our country, which is one more unfortunate with us. But we people are just choosing them because that person is popular and can spend a little bit money. And so what is the result? What are the consequences for this? That even after passing 76 years of the liberation of my nation, the freedom of my nation, still I am raising today hue and cry after 76 years that we are not having a proper governmental system. We are not having the politicians who are up to the mark, who are having some caliber, who are having some competence. Some people are just showing off, and some people are unable to do anything for the country, for the betterment of country. So then what happens then? Then this happens that even after passing 76 years that we are helpless in progressing our country. And I tell you, until we people are finding out the proper people to run our country, same things will be occurring. Keep it in your mind. No change will be there. Okay, many more politicians, they're raising this hue and cry that we people are going to bring a change in our country. But just show me, especially the previous government, they were raising this hue and cry much more that we people are going to have much more change in our country. So just show me one biggest change, what they people have brought in last 4 years. Can we have some examples? Can we quote some examples? Never. Which is one of the unfortunate. Then we people are raising hue and cry that we people are not progressing. Our nation is not progressing. Our nation is not developing. How it could be developed? How it could be progressed? Just tell me that. How this comes possible? Never, never, never. Because just tell me that if you are going to run your business and if that business is not in professional hands, what will happen to you? I want to know your answer. Obviously, the business is going to be ruined, which is one of the facts, no? Business is going to be ruined. So for God's sake, while we people are focusing and observing that government is going to ruin our country, then why people are not focusing that we must have change? Whosoever the government, whosoever the leader we are having in a government, if is unable to find out the remedies for the nation, for the country, for the Pakistan, they must be out. If the previous government was helpless solving the problems of Pakistan, if they were sent out, so why the people are raising hue and cry today? What is the reason behind? Why we just people are thinking, okay, a certain person should be in the government. If a person is unable to perform, should go out. Whosoever. And my videos are proof of it. I used to tell when a opposition party, the PDM, they were making this effort to be in the power what they are in now. So I used to have this cry that if you people are not going to perform well, the people would be doing the same thing with you guys, which has been happening with the previous government. And what is happening today? Just see the condition of electricity. Load shedding, unannounced load shedding. What people are saying, this PDM was saying that we are having ample of electricity. So what is happening today? The light is switched off, switched on, spontaneous, sudden, without any intimation, without any information. If the previous government could be denounced, if previous government could be criticized, then why you couldn't be? One thing. Second thing, your interior minister, have you seen the language of that person? Have you observed the language of that person? Because the same thing what they people were raising this hue and cry, that which language is being used by the previous government, and now you people are going to do the same thing. And at least a person who faced this situation, I think must be having bit soft-hearted. If one person is doing wrong thing, when you are going to be in the power, you are handling the same situation in the same way. I really mean it's ridiculous that for God's sake, just listen the language of Interior Minister. While the previous Interior Minister was there, he was doing the same thing. Are these our politicians? Are these our leaders? If we people are having leaders like this, I tell you that we people are not going to have any remedy for this country. And same situation, unfortunately, God forbid, we people will have been facing the situation for long and endless time. This is one of the biggest facts. My videos are proof of it. My videos are uploaded on YouTube. You must be showing, even you people are not going to change the situation. Even you people are not going to change your politician. Up to the mark, calibered ones, competent, capable people until are brought, that never is possible to find out any remedy for for the people, for the Pakistan, for the people of Pakistan. It is one of the fact. It is one of the fact. I really don't understand that. And now where is the Prime Minister? Where is the Prime Minister? Prime Minister is not observing the situation, not observing the language of Interior Minister. How he's talking. Okay, if you people are going to have this plea, the previous one day people were doing the same thing, then sir, you and between them, there's no change. No change of government. Same people have gone, same people have entered. This is unfortunate. This is unfortunate with my country. This is unfortunate with my Pakistan. This is unfortunate with my motherland. This is unfortunate with my homeland. But nobody is bothering for this. Nobody is worrying about this. Everybody is satisfied. Whenever any person is going to be in the power, must be enjoying, must be flourishing, everything. But nothing is there for people, for the masses, for the people of Pakistan, for the deserving people of Pakistan, for the poor people of Pakistan. Nothing is there in this country, which is also one of the biggest unfortunate. But we people are not focusing. Just we are focusing the politicians that they people are going to do something better for you. I tell you that they are not going to do anything for you. Just you have to raise you and cry by yourself. And very first of all, you people have to bring out the leaders, the people who should be called leaders, who could be called leaders, who are the leaders. I can't see in the previous and current regime what the previous government was doing, same the current government. Okay, time is not been passed more, but also they should be keeping in their mind that they are not having much more time. The maximum time what the people are having just 1 year, or maybe the elections are going to be held before. But even in its time, if the elections are going to be held, so just 1 year is left. You people don't have much more time. You have to perform very swiftly, very speedily, if you people can. Okay. So, in all of my videos, whenever I used to talk about the politicians, I never request to the politicians. Very frankly, I never request to the politician. I only request to the people. I only request to the masses. I only request to the people of Pakistan. What? 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 For God's sake, just leave these politicians uncalibrated, unethical, unsocial, non-political. Just reject them. For God's sake, just reject them. They people are nothing. They people can't do, they people can do nothing for the betterment of people of Pakistan. And really, I tell you, what the inflation has done with the masses, with the people, you can never ever imagine it, that how a common person is leading one's life. Nobody could imagine it. Nobody could even think about that. How a deserving person, how a needy person, how a poor person is leading one's life and trying to lead the life of one's children. Have you ever thought about it? Never. Which is also one of the unfortunate. For God's sake, none will come from other country to rectify us. We have to have ourselves. Keep it in your mind. We have to raise hue and cry. We have to scream for our rights. And I request to the common people, whoever is listening my voice, for God's sake, stand up. Stand up for you. Stand up for your next generation. Stand up for your kids. Stand up for your children. None is going to work out for you. None is doing anything for you. This is you. This is you. you are going to do for yourself. Thank you very much for being with me. Long live Pakistan.